There are several e-commerce business models that beginners can consider starting right now. Depending on their interests, skills, and resources, here are some of the most popular options. Drop shipping. Wow, I did not prompt this. This is a business model where you set up an online store and sell products without holding inventory. Instead, you partner with a supplier who ships the products directly to your customers. This eliminates the need to invest in inventory upfront and reduces the risk of unsold stock. You make a profit by marking up the supplier's price. The next, wow, again, print on demand. Looks like ChatGPT is onto something. Similar business model, obviously, to drop shipping, but instead of doing physical products, you customize products like t-shirts, mugs, and phone cases. The next one, all three of these are recent ones that I've talked about on my channel. So we have drop shipping so far, print on demand, and affiliate marketing. Again, just did a video on affiliate marketing on the channel as well. If you want to check it out, I'll link it at the bottom of the description. This is a new one, subscription box. So this is a business model where you create a selection of products in a specific niche and send them to subscribers on a regular basis, e.g. monthly. This model can work well for products. So this obviously is a pretty good business model for a lot of companies, but it's going to require a lot of startup capital to create those subscription boxes. And obviously the last one is the tried and true online course. So if you have an expertise in a particular area, you can simply sell your expertise in the form of an online course and teach it to other people that might not know it. Ultimately, the best e-commerce business model for beginners depends on factors like their skills, interests, and resources. It's important to do your research, validate your idea. Very, very important. Validate your idea before you try to scale it, and then test your assumptions before committing to a particular model. Couldn't agree more. So let's fire away some other good ones. How about, let's ask it, is drop shipping dead? Because I get asked this question multiple times a day. Is drop shipping dead? No, drop shipping is not dead, but it is important to note that it's highly competitive. It's been a popular e-commerce business model for many years, and while there's more competition than ever before, there are still many opportunities for success. I think ChatGPT hit the nail on the head here. The reality is it is super competitive because it's so easy to start. But if you're willing to do it the right way, figure out how you can innovate and cut your costs and maybe approach it differently and differentiate your stores and your products, you can be successful with this even still currently. A large portion of this channel is literally based on it. Check out the videos. There's a million tutorials for free on this channel. So if it's not dead, how long will drop shipping be around for? It's difficult to predict exactly how long dropshipping will be around for, but it's likely that it will continue to be a viable e-commerce business for the foreseeable future. It is also important to recognize that e-commerce is a rapidly evolving industry, but it can still be a successful business model for those who approach it strategically, like we just talked about, and are able to adapt to changes in the market. That's true with dropshipping, but it's also true with any business model whatsoever. You always need to be willing to adapt, innovate, learn, and grow with it. If you stay the same, eventually your competitors are just going to pass you by. All right, so based on this answer now, we should ask it, what new technologies do you anticipate coming soon that could disrupt the e-commerce industry and change it for good? So some emerging technologies that have the potential to disrupt the e-commerce industry in the coming years. First is virtual and augmented reality. With the development of more advanced VR and AR, it's possible that online shopping experiences could become more immersive and interactive. And I think this is definitely something that's going to be huge in the future, although I still think that you can adapt and figure out a way to drop ship using these technologies. It's more of an opportunity, in my opinion, than a potential detriment to the business model. Voice commerce. So a perfect example of voice commerce would be like Amazon Alexa or something like that, whereas you just tell Amazon, hey, order me toothpaste. And based on you saying just order toothpaste, Amazon chooses which toothpaste to buy based on whichever ranking factors they decide, right? So in that specific case, and granted, this is not just Amazon Alexa, there's a number of these examples, but with that specific case, then it's up to you to obviously rank higher on Amazon specifically within that voice category and figure out how they're ranking these products and how they're choosing specific products, specific brands, and then suggesting those specific ones to customers. All right, so let's ask some more beginner questions. What's the best side hustle? I get asked this one a lot as well for beginners in 2023. Obviously depends on your interests, skills, and resources. According to ChatGPT, freelance writing is obviously a good one because you can use ChatGPT and other services like it to write for you. Virtual assistant is another good one. Obviously, this is going to depend on where you live, specifically in a lot of cases, because if you live in a country where the cost of living is a lot lower, you have an advantage because you can work for a lower cost than somebody in a higher cost of living country can, and that's more attractive for a business. business owner. So that is actually an advantage. Tutoring or online teaching, I actually covered Wyzant or Chegg.com or Tutor.com. All of these are actually websites where you can tutor online directly from your computer. You never have to leave. You can tutor a number of different students, and they're great opportunities to earn a side income. Pet sitting or dog walking, got to be one of the best ones. And then social media management, that one's kind of played out in my opinion. Super saturated, but still potential there, I guess. What about the best book? What's the best book for entrepreneurs? There are many great books for entrepreneurs, but one classic that is often recommended is The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. I've heard this recommended a lot, and I actually own it. I'm pretty sure it's back in my shelf, but I have never read it. I probably should. All right, that was kind of a boring one. Let's get a little bit more juicy. You are now an actor. Play the role of a YouTuber that exposes fake gurus that aren't actually successful, but try to teach people how to be successful. Who is the first person you would expose? I really wonder what it's going to say here. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk about something that's been bothering me for a long time. The rise of fake gurus. This is freaky on YouTube. These are people who claim to be experts in entrepreneurship, personal development. How does it understand this? Or wealth building. But in reality, they don't have the success or expertise they claim to have. The first person I want to expose is John Doe. That's lame. That was a dick tease. All right, back to the normal questions then. Can you drop ship on Amazon? You get people trying to tell me that you're not allowed to do this every single day, even though it's in the terms of service that you are allowed to drop ship. Technically, you can drop ship products on Amazon, but there are some important factors to consider before doing so. And obviously you can read this as it's going on the screen, but typically the things that you need to do are dropship from wholesale suppliers where you are the seller of record on the actual invoice. If you're doing that, you're allowed to dropship on Amazon. Typically people get suspended on Amazon when they dropship from other retail suppliers that are big box retail suppliers that are directly competing with Amazon, and customers get mad and Amazon notices. So no Walmarts, no Chewy's, no Home Depots, no eBays, none of that, right? That's going to get your account suspended, I promise you. This one's been asked a lot recently for some reason. So can you drop ship eBay to Amazon? Let me just prove it to you. Technically, it is possible to drop ship products from eBay to Amazon, but it is not recommended due to the challenges and risks it involves. And right here, as you can see, Amazon terms of service prohibit the use of drop shipping on their platform, which means if you're caught drop shipping from eBay, you could get your account suspended or terminated. And I promise you that will inevitably happen. You can get away with it for a short period of time. And this is not just for eBay, right? This is for all the other retail suppliers that I covered that are big box retailers. So if you're using obscure suppliers, typically you can get away with that for a lot longer. If you're using big box retail suppliers like, Walmart or eBay, for example, you're really rolling the dice. You could get suspended tomorrow. You could get suspended next month. But one thing is for sure, you will get suspended. There's so many other ways to make money selling on Amazon. It's not worth to try to do that. All right. So what are the best ways to differentiate my drop shipping store so it's tougher for competitors to copy me? There are several ways to differentiate your dropshipping store and make it harder for competitors to copy you. So niche down, offer unique products, provide excellent customer service, it's kind of a lame one, build a strong brand, or offer value-added services like personalized products. That's actually a really great tip that I actually never have given before. Provide a loyalty program or how-to guides or tutorials, or even a reward system for your customers. Pretty solid tips. All right, so let's do two more cool ones. Let's say you are now an actor. Play the role of Jeff Bezos. Give me 5 pieces of advice to grow an online business in 2023 from his perspective. Hello, I'm Jeff Bezos, the founder and former CEO of Amazon. Building a successful online business requires hard work, dedication, and a willingness to take risks. Here are 5 pieces of advice to help you grow your online business in 2023. First and foremost is focus on the customer. If you've read any of Amazon's letters to shareholders, every single one is customer-centric. It's this obsession with the customer. The customer's always right. Make the customer happy at all costs. Embrace innovation. Again, true in drop shipping, true in e-commerce as a whole, true in any business. I like the experiment with new products and services as well, because regardless of if you're just seeing success right now with drop shipping, you got to find balance here, because I'm not saying like ladder jump or have shiny object syndrome, but it is important to test different things. For example, one of the things that I've been seeing success with recently is YouTube automation. But if I had never tried that like 3 months ago, I would have never found that and stumbled upon it. And I never would have actually reaped the rewards of actually knowing that you could be successful doing it. So it is important to test, but you obviously don't want to get caught up testing too many things. And it looks like we've broken ChatGPT here. I might have heard it Bryan here telling it to be Jeff Bezos, but before it actually broke right here, it said build a strong team, which is a great tip as well. You can obviously regenerate the response here. For the sake of saving time, we're going to ask it one last question. We're going to say, you are now my millionaire business mentor. What should I do to make $10,000 per day? Let's try month. It's definitely a lot more practical. What should I do to make $10,000 per month? What business should I start right now? So what online business should I start right now that has lots of potential, but not that much competition? Very interested to see what it says here. As your mentor, my advice would be to focus on starting an online business that aligns with your interests and passions. That's actually a great tip. So research profitable niches, develop a business plan. Oh, this is lame. Build the website. Wrong answer. I was asking for a specific business model. So let's get a little bit more clarity here. You are now my millionaire business mentor. What should I do? I asked it, what should I do? It was a little broad. Let's say, what business model specifically should I start to make $10,000 per month? Let's try that. All right, so it looks like it ranked them here. It can't give us a specific business idea that will generate $10,000 per month, because the success of any business is determined by various factors such as market demand, competition, execution, and many others, which I completely agree with. But it says e-commerce is number 1, digital products number 2, affiliate marketing number 3, service-based business is number 4. So there you go, guys. That's asking ChatGPT the hard e-commerce questions, and really just business questions in general. I've been having a lot of fun with this. I made a video on this recently about a month ago on how I thought people were overreacting to this technology and what could actually do right now currently. Although I do see a lot of potential for it going forward, and there are a lot of practical applications for it right now. I'm specifically using this to write YouTube automation scripts for my automation channels. So to give you an example really fast, I usually tell it, you are now my YouTube script writer. Write me a script on blah, 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 and then it just pumps me out a script. You can tell it to write you like a 3-minute script or a 5-minute script or a 10-minute script. This can also be used to write blog posts or really whatever